Mr. Goswami, I'll also ask you now, since you've been talking about how in most of the bank's cases you do see that it's largely AI adoption to improve productivity and efficiency, and there is a lack of innovation. So which are the sectors where you believe true innovation should be done, and that's where the bank's focus should be at this point?
So I think if you take the history of last 3 decades, we have pretty much stayed true to the original products that we have created since then. Not much has happened except for few true kind of innovation that we have seen on the payment side. But if you look at the credit side or on the treasury side, very limited innovation. So I think there's a lot of scope to do on that. What I would expect, and we have been discussing internally and with a couple of our colleagues in the banking fraternity, that gone are the days when you have to lead the institution through a product-led approach, actually. Why can't you dilute the product approach and create persona types, because AI gives you that power to create billions of personas. So what I keep saying, an example, let's say I approach a bank and you approach a bank, we'll be pretty much looked at with the same lens, except for unless you work in a different industry type and I look at a different industry type, and our income and demographics. Apart from that, bank doesn't look at any other parameters. So it is typically those demographics which defines. What is that? What's your income? What's your balance? What's the place that you work, and where do you stay? Or which car probably you drive. That's about it. But the AI gives you a power to create billions and billions of personas. What I'm saying, what I was mentioning in the initial part, you can actually have a dynamic hyper-personalization product, which we have been talking for last 5 years or so, will truly come into play now if we use AI. So that means the banks have to articulate the financial requirement before the customer can imagine what he needs. Instead of being a product-led, that this is the XYZ product I have, please choose from this. Why should I, as a customer? So actually, the bank has to get into the customer's zone and keep creating dynamic products and dynamic personas to suit those products. I'm sorry, I have not found a better word than product, but not a product, but something which matches the future requirement that I can create.
Personalized solution, and when we look at targeted approach, that's what exactly you're looking at.
Yes, and we always say risk-based pricing, but that's tied to a product or a demography that you attach to that product. It's not risk-based pricing truly. So when you go to dynamic mode, and when I say persona is truly actually not well defined in the financial industry. You go to Walmart, you will understand what is persona, or probably Google, you will understand what is persona. So I'm talking, can that be brought to financial institutions? Create those many personas, create requirements according to that, create the pricing according to that.
Okay.
Dynamically, no static policy, no static product.
Okay.
That's the innovation that has to happen.